Well, welcome back, my friends all, to a Lon Humphrey's another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. Got the shirt on to show that's what we're doing. Listen, this is a Lon Humphrey custom sent to me by my guy, Michael EMLER, over at Crazy Shark. There's a good look at my arm there. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Sent to me by Michael EMLER over at Crazy Shark. Now, is this the perfect knife? I did not put, or the best knife in the world. I did not put that in the title for clickbait, and I did not put it in the title to be a smartass. Over the past month or two, that's all I've heard, how this was a tremendous knife, best knife in the world. And it got me thinking. And again, we are a knife channel. No knife topic is off limits. And I thought, as soon as I got the knife, I understand the height. Let me say that. It's in AEB-L, my favorite blade steel. And again, I'm not a blade snob. That's just my favorite knife steel. It's easy to sharpen. It gets a razor's edge. Holds it pretty good. And it's a pretty good work steel. I enjoy it. First Lon Humphrey's I ever used. Now, cutting this paper outside, that's that Uline magazine. And then we're going to follow it up with sandblast tools. Now, best knife in the world. I bet if we took a poll, everybody has one in their collection that they would say, man, this has got to be top 2, top 3 best knife in the world. So if you think you got one, put it in the comments. But now here's the thing. Here's the way I want to look at this. And I want to look at this as a real topic, okay? So here's the way I want to look at it. Knives are subjective. I don't give a shit who you are, who you know, all the things that go with that particular thing. I don't care. Everybody's going to have a different opinion on it. I see why Mike loves this. I see why the guy that gifted it to him loves it. I see why they like the Lon Humphreys. It's well balanced. It's well made. It came sharp. And I'm sure Mike sharpened it up. You're going to have to sharpen it up again. Because I have used it and used it and used it and used it. And the truth is, typically we're like straight out of the box, let's go. That's a tire tread, by the way, still belted. I decided I've used this knife for probably 3 or 4 weeks. So no, this isn't a fresh edge. Still a damn good edge. The blade geometry was on point. The heat treat was on point. And I did that for a reason, okay? I get the love for this knife. Trust me, I do. Now, this is that 4-inch ratchet strap that our truck driver at work gave me. And there's nothing like just getting a good, strong scent of diesel all over you early on a Sunday. Praise the Lord. But I am appreciative for it because we always cut the 2-inch stuff, right? The 2-inch ratchet strap, which is a good medium. This 4-inch, it ain't no joke, son. And it's frustrating as hell. Now, the more we cut it, the better we'll get. And you know how that goes. We use a knife every single day of our life. I've got to start cutting this stuff more because it is kind of awkward. But that's why I wanted to use it. So let's focus in on this knife with the theme of the video being, what is your best knife in the world? Now, I'm not going to answer it because I'm the world's worst at doing that. I've got probably 10 knives I'd pick up and argue down a hill for them. So I'm not the guy, but I love hearing what people think. I love hearing the thought process behind it. And I followed it up with that 2-inch so you can see the difference. This is a Lon Humphrey's custom. It's made out of AEB-L. The blade thickness is 1/8 inch, maybe a little bigger. The overall length is 9 1/4. The blade length is 4 1/2. The cutting edge is 4 1/4. The blade width is 1 inch. The handle length is right at 4. I've got it at 4 11/16, probably 4 3/4. The inner grip's 4 inch, comfortable there. Handle thickness is 3/4 inch. Now, I don't know the handle material. Mike, put that in the comments if you would. And again, guys, if y'all are not subscribed to EMLER, it's Mike EMLER at Crazy Shark. I've been talking to him over the past few months. We've had a lot of conversations. He's a good dude. We've become friends. And I'm really appreciative. He sent me a box of knives, and just like everybody else that sends me a box of knives, I'm sure he's wondering what in the blue hell, because I've had them this long. Now, Mike, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this video. That's that rope I hate. I'm going to strop this up for you, clean it up for you, and it will be in the mail to you probably middle to the end of the week. I'm going to send this one back before I send the other ones because I know you carry it. Now, we approach this knife in a different way too. If you're going to call something the best in the world, I'm a little different. I don't think bomb proof. I don't think, oh my God, zombie apocalypse. I think comfort of use. Now, you've been seeing a lot and hearing a lot about the Tri-Stick Challenge on my channel. And if you haven't stepped up and taken it, dude, jump in. It's a fun way to learn a skill set. And a lot of guys already know, but keep your practice up. And if you've done it and tagged me, just put in the comments, Scab, I've done the video, I've tagged you. And let me share it on whatever platform you have, if it's Facebook, if it's YouTube, whatever. I want to do that. I want to get it out there for you. This is a dried out piece of wood. I did that on purpose, right? You're supposed to do a try, and it's at like 1.7. I sped it up to 1.7, okay? This took about 4.5 minutes. We're going to do the 7-notch or the 90 degree. But I did this for a reason. I wanted to use a dried out piece. No, you're not supposed to. But I wanted to do it to see how comfortable the knife was in hand, how easy it was to manipulate. If we're talking best knife, to me, and this is just me, and if you got a channel, you can debate it. You can do a response. It doesn't matter. And I would appreciate it if you would. What makes it the best knife? Bomb proof is like down on the list, guys. And let me tell you why. And this is my theory behind it, okay? I pride myself on common sense. I don't act like it a lot, but I pride myself on it. When the zombie apocalypse happens, people act like they're going to, oh, Scab, I got to have it for the zombie. What the hell's going to be any different? I would hope that when the end of the world scenario strikes in 10 million years from now, that whoever's living would go, wait a minute, I've got a particular set of skills, movie noted, that I'm going to use. I'm not going to just absolutely, oh my God, the world's ending, so let me go stab a brick. That's stupid. You're going to take care of your cutting tool, right? So for me, if the world's ended and we don't have power, and we don't have grocery stores, and I got to rely on my knife, man, it's got to be comfortable because I'm going to be using it for shelter building. I'm going to be using it for food prep. I'm going to be using it, unfortunately, for some self-defense. I'm going to be using it for a lot of different things. It's got to be comfortable. That's just me. I want it to be well balanced. I want it to be able to hold an edge. I want to be able to cut with it for, and people say, oh, you use it for hours. Let's be real. Let's be smart. If you use a knife and try it. Go out, get a stick. You can get something soft so you're not killing yourself. Get you some soft pine. And go out there, set your phone up, and just try to go 10 minutes using the knife. Whether it's tri-stick, whether it's shaving feather stick, whatever it's doing, do that. Try to go 10 minutes. See how your hand feels. I used that tri-stick thing I just did there was right at 4.5, 5 minutes real time. No cramping, no hot spots. The knife felt amazing in hand. I can orient the blade in all 4 different directions. Now, guys, this is the only real batoning I do. I have a ton of lighter knot at the house, and you're going to start seeing that more and more and more. Now, if I've got one of these big tactical bashers like I got coming up tomorrow, I'm going to beat the shit out of it. But if it's my belt knife that I'm carrying day in and day out, this is about all I'm going to do. Now, watch the slices we get here, too. It makes some nice curls, but man, it gets some really, really, really good slicing in. I think Lon's a hell of a maker. This is the only blade from Lon Humphrey's I've ever held. So can I call it the best in the world? Well, no, but I could see the argument. Here's what it makes me want to do. It makes me want to try another one out, and I wouldn't mind trying like a bigger one out, like a chopper, something that we could go a little harder on. The other reason I wasn't just going to beat the hell out of this knife is because this is a knife that Mike loves and he carries. We don't do that here. I'm not doing that here. I'm not going to take somebody's grail knife, a knife that they carry 4 or 5 times a week, and beat the shit out of it. I wouldn't want somebody to do that to a knife of mine. Unless it was one that I said, hey, beat the shit out of it. And if I say that, I know it can take it. Do I think this knife could do some hard use, heavy use? I do. And I'm basing that simply on the fact that I use a knife literally every single day of my life. And I do hard use with a knife every single day of my life. And just based on experience, like my ancestor said, one of the greatest orators of our day, Patrick Henry, said, the only lamp I have to guide my path is the lamp of experience. And so, barring a quote from my 7th grade unk, that's all I can go on. But based on my experience, do I think it would hold up? I think you could baton. I think it would take some hard use. Okay? I do. Didn't want to do it with a man's favorite knife. I use this knife for a month. I adore it. I see the argument for it. Having said that, Mike is a veteran, and he's a friend, good dude, but he's also a vet, and that leads me to this. Guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. The stats are everywhere. We talk about it being the weekend, it's going to be higher. It's anywhere from 15 to 29 is the actual number. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. And all that means, man, all that means in this world, vets, is this. We love you, and you're welcome here. You have a place here. I back to blue. It's not popular, and I don't give a shit. I've said, and I'm done saying. I don't shove it down your throat. I understand that people don't. I'm not arguing with you about it. I do. Finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. And I am, and I don't. That's my dog Lola. She's a mess. She's a shit bird. Listen, would I carry this knife? You damn right. Do I want to try another one? You damn right. Put in the comments what your best knife in the world is. And remember, I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone.